Today, I've brought you a story that will stir a strange feeling in your heart. This story is based on a cruel, true incident that took place in the city of Tokyo, Japan, during the 1980s. Hello, friends. You're watching NuriTube English. On behalf of NuriTube English, we've brought you Nobody Knows. A mother is traveling with her 12-year-old son on a train, carrying a large suitcase. The boy is gently stroking the suitcase as if it contains something very precious to him. The two of them have come to rent an apartment. The boy's name is Akira, and the mother's name is Keiko. Keiko tells the landlord that her husband lives abroad, so she wants to rent an apartment with her son. The landlord says that children cause problems for the neighbors due to shouting and noise, but Keiko assures them that Akira is a very good boy. After that, they bring in all their suitcases and belongings to their new apartment. And from those two suitcases come out two more children, a cute little girl named Yuki and a boy named Shigeru. At night, Akira secretly brings another girl from the station to the apartment. Her name is Kyoko. In fact, all four of them are Kiko's children, whom she has brought here secretly, hiding from the landlord. Previously, their mother had kept them in another apartment like this. But when the landlord found out, they had to leave that apartment and move here. During dinner, Keiko tells them all the rules: no screaming or shouting, no going outside, no one should see them, etc. The next morning, as Keiko dresses up to leave, she tells Akira she'll be late returning. After the mother leaves, all the children take out their toys from the boxes. Kyoko had a small piano, which she loved playing very much. After that, Akira goes shopping. Akira was the eldest among the siblings, and his mother had only introduced him to the landlord, so all the outside responsibilities were on Akira. One could say Akira held this family together. He went to the market and bought all the groceries. Such a small boy shouldering all the responsibilities of the household. At night, he cooked dinner for everyone with his own hands, fed everyone, and after doing all this, he sat down to read books. Just then, their mother arrived. She was helping Akira with his math, but as a call came in, Keiko went to the next room. Akira sat quietly listening to all the things his mother was saying. The next morning, Kyoko told her mother that she also wanted to go to school like the others, but her mother replied that school is not fun. You don't have a father. If you go to school, everyone will bully you for that. What's the point of going? Hearing this broke Kyoko's heart. Then, when Akira was standing on the balcony with his mother, he too brought up school. His mother said, "I've fallen in love with someone." Akira asked, "Again?" She replied, "No. This time the person I've met is a really good man. He told me he will marry me. Once we get married, you'll have a father. Then I'll be able to send you all to school. Kyoko can learn piano. You'll be able to live very well." These words might sound like good news, but hearing them made Akira even sadder. The next night, while reading a book, Akira heard the sound of a car. He looked from the balcony and saw his mother returning in a taxi, saying goodbye to someone. Akira pretended not to see and went back to the study table. Keiko had brought food for them, so she woke everyone up. Akira noticed that his mother had returned home after drinking a lot. He warmed up the food for everyone. Then Keiko said, "Akira, you're just like your father. Your eyes look just like his." She asked, "Do you remember that once you and I went to meet your father?" Akira said, "No, I don't remember." Then Keiko said, "Shigeru, your father works in Haneda. Many planes fly from there." Yuki said she really wanted to see a plane. Then Keiko told her daughter Yuki, "Your father was a music producer. I wanted to become a singer, and that's how we met." That means Keiko was the mother of these four children, but they all had different fathers. In fact, Keiko had relationships with many men. That's probably why that day when Akira heard about his mother's marriage and going to school, he wasn't happy. The next morning, as soon as he woke up, Akira found a note on the table where his mother had written that she would not be home for a few days. And during those days, Akira should take care of his siblings. She had left some money with the note. Reading the note made Akira very sad. At home, Kyoko's job was to wash everyone's clothes. When she asked about their mother while doing laundry, Akira said that their mother had gone out for a few days. Like every day, Akira went out. At the ATM, he paid their house rent, electricity, gas, phone, and water bills. Then he did all the shopping. At a shop, he saw a comic book and started reading it. Meanwhile, some boys secretly put some store items in his bag. When Akira came out, the shopkeeper caught him and threatened to call the police, thinking he was a thief. But then an employee said that he didn't steal anything. He was reading a book the whole time. Maybe someone else put the items in his bag. Hearing that, the shopkeeper let him go. At home, while calculating the accounts, he noticed that the money their mother left was almost finished. They didn't have enough money, so he went to meet a man. This man was actually Yuki's father. Akira had come to ask for some money from him, but the man gave only a little and said, "I'm not Yuki's father, and this is the last time I'm giving you money." In this way, Akira somehow took care of his siblings. Then one day, while he was writing the monthly accounts in the notebook, their mother returned home. She brought gifts for everyone. Though everyone was happy, Akira wasn't happy at all with his mother's careless behavior. Keiko cut Akira and Kyoko's hair and chatted with them a lot. But the next day, when she was seen packing her bag again, Akira asked, "Are you going somewhere again?" Keiko replied, "I have to go out for work, but I'll be back for Christmas, and I'll bring lots of gifts for you all." Akira went out with his mother. They went to a restaurant. But in the restaurant, Akira sat quietly with the food. When he didn't eat, his mother asked, "What happened?" Akira said, "When will you admit us to school? Will you never let us go to school?" His mother said, "What's the point of going to school? Many famous people never went to school." Akira said, "There's no such person. You're a very selfish mother. You only think about yourself." Keiko says, "Why are you calling me selfish? What have I done? The real selfish ones are your fathers. They didn't take responsibility for any of you. They threw you away. But I kept you with me. Don't be sad. I'll be back very soon." After that, Akira drops his mother off at the station. Then he stays home and takes care of everyone. Everyone spends their days in their own way. Just like that, Christmas arrives. But their mother doesn't come back. Seeing the sadness on the faces of his little siblings, he becomes melancholic. But he's the big brother, even though he's just a 12-year-old child himself. His sense of responsibility seems greater than anyone in the world. That's why he goes shopping but doesn't return home right away. He waits in the cold until late at night, because on Christmas night, prices drop on all items. And after the prices drop, he buys a cake. And on the way home, he sees a girl on a bridge. She is absent-mindedly throwing away all her gifts. Seeing Akira, the girl walks away from there. Returning home, Akira has dinner with everyone. A few days later, Akira calls his mother's workplace, but learns that his mother quit her job a month ago. Hearing this, he breaks down even more. Looking through all the letters at home, he starts searching everywhere for his mother, but he finds no trace of her. Just like that, the days continue to pass. Today, after many days, Akira brings home instant noodles for everyone. Today, they all eat happily and joyfully together. As time passes, New Year arrives, but still their mother does not return. To make his siblings happy, Akira takes his saved money to the employee of the shop, the one who had once saved him from being accused of stealing. With his help, he prepares envelopes in the names of all his siblings. He puts money in all the envelopes and tells them at home that Mom has sent presents for everyone. Everyone becomes happy seeing the presents. They all save the money to buy things they like. Yuko to buy a doll, Shigeru to buy a toy, and Kyoko to buy a piano. But even after hearing all this, Akira feels disappointed, because he knows he will spend his money on household expenses, and maybe he will have to use everyone else's money for that too. A few days later, Yuko's birthday comes. She stands by the window waiting for her mother to return. She says Mom will come back home today. But Kyoko says Mom won't come today. To make her happy, Akira says, Mom won't be able to come today, but she'll come back next week. To cheer her up, he says he will take her out today, and Kyoko helps her get ready. And Akira sneaks her out of the house, hiding from the landlords. They roam around a lot. He shows her the monorail and says, "Someday I'll take you on this monorail." While they were sitting, Yuko takes out her favorite chocolate. She had saved the last chocolate from the packet, eating them one by one. But today, that chocolate too is finished. The next day, Akira goes to a video game shop. While playing games there, he becomes friends with two boys. From then on, Akira starts spending time with them every day, riding bikes with them. He even brings them home and plays video games together. And doing all this, he becomes inattentive and neglectful towards his siblings. He doesn't take care of them like before. One day, with those friends, he goes to a store. The boys steal things from the store and put them in their pockets, and they ask Akira to steal too. But Akira doesn't steal, and because of this, his friends stop talking to him. Suddenly, Akira becomes alone again. So he goes to their school and asks them to play video games, but his friends say they don't have time. While leaving, they say Akira's house smells like a sewer. That's why they don't want to go there. Hearing this, Akira feels very hurt. He realizes how much he has neglected his siblings because of those boys. On the way back, outside the school, Akira sees the same girl he had seen on Christmas. The girl's name is Saki. Saki is not happy at school at all, because everyone bullies her a lot at school. Meanwhile, because Akira hasn't been paying attention at home, their apartment has truly turned into a garbage pile. Just then, a man comes and knocks on the door for bills, but they all sit silently without making a sound. Outside, Akira sees the man and hides. After the man leaves, Akira goes to that shop employee in search of work. But he tells Akira he is too young. If he's not 16, he can't work anywhere. He advises Akira to call the Child Protection Office. But Akira says no. I can't do that. If I do, we won't be able to stay together anymore. Saying this, Akira takes out all his money and starts counting it. At that moment, Kyoko gives him all the money she had saved for her piano and says, I won't buy a piano. Use this money for everyone's food. That's enough of being trapped within these four walls. No more. Thinking this, Akira takes everyone out today for the first time. They all seem to become lively after going outside. They do a lot of shopping, have fun at the park. That's how the whole day goes joyfully. On the way back, they pick seeds from some small flower plants along the road. They also collect some soil in plastic. After coming back home secretly, they put all the soil into pots and plant the flower seeds on the balcony. When Kyoko goes to bring water to water them, she sees that the water connection has been cut off. Even the electricity of the house has been cut off. As all the bills of the house have been due for a long time, all the connections to their house have been disconnected. Having no other way, they are forced to collect water from the park tap. They wash clothes there, too. And one day, during that time, they meet Saki, and Saki comes along with them to the apartment. Saki spends a lot of time with them, plays piano with Kyoko, collects sand to plant trees. This way, she blends in very well with all of them. And now Akira is going out with Saki. That's why he starts checking all his t-shirts. But each one of them had a bad smell because for a long time they haven't been using soap. They cannot clean those clothes. That's why Akira puts on one of his old, torn shirts. And wearing that torn shirt, he goes out with Saki. Saki asks, "Will your mother never come back?" Akira says in a melancholy tone, "Maybe she will never come back to us again." In this way, all the money Akira had saved has been used up, and being young, he can't even go out to work. Saki wants to help him by giving him money, so she goes to a bar with a man and sings. In exchange, the man gives her some money. Saki wants to give that money to Akira, but Akira doesn't want Saki to earn money like this. So, without taking the money, he runs away from there. At night, suddenly Akira sees Shigeru lying down and eating something. Akira says, "What are you eating? Take it out of your mouth." When Shigeru takes it out of his mouth, Akira sees that, out of hunger, his little brother is chewing on paper. Seeing this, Akira breaks down completely. The next day, he gathers his last remaining coins and buys some food and returns home. But Shigeru isn't home, so he starts looking for him. While searching, he sees that his brother is playing with some boys. He scolds him a lot for coming out alone like this. Then he brings him home, and they all eat together. In this way, their days of hardship and poverty continue. But sometimes, a worker from that store secretly gives food to Akira. And by eating those, they somehow survive. After a few days, Yuko asks, "Won't Saki come to our house anymore?" Akira says no, she won't come anymore. Akira angrily starts taking out his mother's clothes. He says, "I will sell these. Mother will never come back again." But Kyoko doesn't let him do it. She sits in the closet holding those clothes. Akira, from outside, keeps saying, "No matter how much hope you keep, our mother will never come back again." He sits sadly in a field watching a baseball game. Seeing him like this, the coach calls him to play. Akira becomes very happy. For the first time, he gets to play baseball like everyone else. Today, for the first time, he forgets the burden of family and spends time like a child should. But is happiness ever written in the fate of the unfortunate like them? At home, Yuko badly falls down from a chair. Akira comes and sees Yuko lying on the floor. Kyoko informs him that after falling on the floor, she has not been responding. Akira sees that his little sister has left them and this world like this. They feel immense pain, yet they cannot shed a single tear. Akira calls the address he got from his mother's letter to inform her about his sister's death. A woman picks up the phone and tells him to wait. Akira waits and keeps inserting coin after coin. But even after his last coin is used up, his wait doesn't end, and the call gets disconnected. Akira is completely shattered today. He doesn't know what to do. It seems like there's no way left for him. That's why he goes in front of Saki's house. When Saki comes, he says, "The money you wanted to give me that day. Can I take it now? I want to take Yuko to see a plane." He goes to the store and buys many boxes of his sister's favorite chocolates and returns to the apartment with Saki. Akira sees a letter on the table. Kyoko says it came today. Akira sees it's from his mother. She writes, "Akira, I still can't come back. You take care of your siblings with your utmost effort." And along with it, she sends a very small amount of money. He packs Yuko's body into a suitcase and goes on the monorail with Saki. He had wanted to take his sister on a monorail, but never imagined that he would have to take her like this today. Then they come to Haneda. Planes can always be seen flying there. It was Yuko's greatest wish to see them. And then, by that riverbank, both of them bury Yuko's dead body. The two of them sit silently by that grave the whole night. In the morning, they return by train. They return again to their daily life. Akira, Kyoko, Shigeru, along with Saki, go to bring water from the park's tap. That's when a plane flies overhead. Akira is the banyan tree of this family, in whose shade his siblings are surviving. And in this way, this story ends here. This is not a fictional story. It's a true event that happened in the 1980s. But not just in those 4 decades. Even today, in our daily lives, we see many people like this on the streets. Maybe behind each of them, there is a very cruel story, but we've never heard them. We are so busy running behind our own lives that even if thousands of such stories are right in front of our eyes, we don't see them. Have you ever imagined the stories behind those helpless children you see on the streets? If you like the video, please make sure to like, comment, and share. And if you want to hear more such stories, stay connected with my channel.